Hey, what's up, guys? Millermassacre 19 here. Now, I know I haven't been making a lot of videos lately and have been streaming, but I'm still working on videos. I'll hopefully have a new Dead by Daylight one out soon, but until then, I figured I'd make a WWE video. This is my top 5 WWE games. My number 5 pick is SmackDown 2. This game is very addicting because of the season mode. You can play it basically forever. There's belt rankings in it, so it's not like you're playing it for nothing. You play it to work your way up the card and win belts. It's a pretty good mode, especially for its time. The only complaints I have are the loading times, and you can't immediately skip to your match. You have to skip every one until you get to yours, but other than that, it's a really good mode. They have pretty good match types too, like I Quit, Hell in a Cell, Special Referee, Casket, and many others. Not bad for a game that came out over 20 years ago. They also have Create a Pay-Per-View, where you make your own pay-per-view. Cool mode, but I don't play it too much. I'm more into season mode. They have Create a Superstar, Create a Manager, Create a Taunt, Create a Stable. They have rankings, belt records. That's a shit ton of things to do, and you could tell they really cared about making a fun and addicting game to play. The last thing that I like about the game is the roster. There's 66 wrestlers. They have the main eventers like Triple H, Steve Austin, The Undertaker. They have managers like Paul Bearer, and they even have Shane, Vince, and Stephanie McMahon. A good roster like you would expect from WWF in the year 2000. Those are the reasons why WWF SmackDown 2 is my number 5 pick. My number 4 pick is SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Where to begin with this one? I love this game. Maybe because I would do nothing but play this shit when I was younger. I like almost everything about this game. The soundtrack with songs like Everybody Down by Nonpoint, Go Hard by Nobody Famous, Well Enough Alone by Chevelle, and a lot of other great songs. The game modes are 24/7 mode, where you get into rivalries, try to win belts, and become a legend. This mode's okay, but the cutscenes get repetitive. It'll show the same couple of cutscenes, but other than that, it's fun. You could train to make your attributes better, do skill improvement to make your skills better on the mic and on camera, make your endurance better, do events like autograph signings to become more popular with the fans, and you can even invade other shows. There's a lot to do in this mode, so it's not bad. They have tournament modes like King of the Ring, Beat the Clock Sprint, and you can even create your own tournament, which is cool. They have Hall of Fame, where you do different objectives to increase your Hall of Fame status and unlock different content. And they also have WWE Shop, where you buy content like wrestlers, belts, movesets, with the money you earn from 24/7 mode. It's a cool thing to have in the game. It gives you a reason to play. They also have create modes like Create a Superstar, Create a Stable, Create a Moveset, Create an Entrance, Create a Championship. I like all the create modes. It adds a lot of shit that you can customize in the game, which is good. I also like the match types. They have matches like Royal Rumble, Parking Lot Brawl, Hell in a Cell, and many more to keep it fun. The roster's okay. It has people you'd want like John Cena, Triple H, Batista, Shawn Michaels, Edge, and others. The only problem I have is that they don't have as many legends as they should. They're missing legends like Hulk Hogan, the Road Warriors, Randy Savage, and they're also missing ECW guys like the Blue Meanie, Steven Richards, New Jack, Taz. But other than that, it's good. Those are the reasons why SVR 2008 is my number 4 pick. My number 3 pick is SmackDown vs. Raw, the first one. The soundtrack is pretty good in this one. They have songs like When Worlds Collide by Powerman 5000, Firefly by Breaking Benjamin, The Angle by Core, and many other good songs. The game modes are pay-per-view mode. You can play a sample pay-per-view or create your own. They have season mode, which is fun to play, where you play through storylines and get into rivalries. And they have voice acting in season mode, which is cool, but it's bad. It's so bad it's funny sometimes.
What about Stacy? She's not supposed to be here either.
The season mode is fun to play. It feels like Here Comes the Pain season mode, but it's not as good. It's still fun though. The create modes are what you would expect. Create a Superstar, Create a Moveset, Create a Stable, and Create a Championship. They also have Shop Zone, where you use money from playing matches to buy wrestlers, attires, loading screens, and other cool shit like that. They have fun match types too, like Hardcore, Royal Rumble, Slobber Knocker, and other good match types. The roster's okay, but nothing too spectacular. They have must-have wrestlers like Orton, Cena, Batista, Chris Benoit, but they're missing wrestlers like Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, and others. But other than the roster being mediocre, the game is still a very good one. That's why SVR is my number 3 pick. My number 2 pick is SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Some people consider this the best wrestling game of all time. It probably is, but for me it's my number 2 pick. The game has a lot of good match types like Lumberjack Match, Elimination Chamber, Hardcore, where you can fight anywhere, the ring, the locker room, Times Square. It's crazy. They don't let you fight outside of the arena anymore in newer WWE games. That adds a lot of fun shit to do in the game. The roster has 65 wrestlers. It's a really good roster. They have guys like Chris Benoit, Brock Lesnar, Lance Storm, legends like Sergeant Slaughter, the Iron Sheik, Jimmy Snuka, and many more. The create modes are create an appearance, create a moveset, create an animation, and create a stable. So there's a lot of things to customize as usual if you like making your own wrestler. I personally don't. I'm glad it's in the game though. The other game mode is Season, and this game has a good one. It's like the SVR one, but way better. There's plenty of storylines and belts to challenge for, so you won't get bored. This game is very good, and it's worth the money if you could find it. You don't get bored like with the 2K wrestling games. There's way more to do. Those were the reasons why SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is my number 2 pick. My number 1 pick is SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. I probably have the longest playtime on this more than any other wrestling game. I love the soundtrack. I have a lot of the songs from this game on my phone. They have songs like Animal I Have Become by 3 Days Grace, Money in the Bank by Lil Scrappy, Forgive Me by Versus the World, and many more. This game's roster is really good. They have wrestlers like Cena, Orton, Batista, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. They have legends like Hogan, Lawler, Steve Austin, Taz, and a shit ton more. The modes are the usual create modes. Create a superstar, create a moveset, create an entrance, create a championship, and create a stable. The game modes are Season mode, like the other games it's great, Pay-Per-View mode, and General Manager mode, which I love. You pick Raw or SmackDown, draft your roster, and compete with the other brand for ratings. You create rivalries, manage superstar contracts, it's fun. And whichever GM wins by the end of the year wins the GM of the Year award, and the loser gets fired. It's a really addicting game mode, and I wish they would put it in newer WWE games. We can only hope. Anyway, I love this game. 10 out of 10 for me. Those were the reasons why SVR 2007 is my number 1 pick. Alright guys, those are my top 5 favorite wrestling games. Now I know I don't usually make videos like this, but I figured I'd make it because I'm a big fan of wrestling, especially the early 2000s shit. Anyway, I'm also working on another Dead by Daylight video. I'm not sure when it'll come out yet. But anyways, thanks for watching. This has been Millermassacre 19, guys. Shake and bake.